Folks, it's your boy AJ Herman here, back with you on our MLB The Show stream. Thank you for joining us here on YouTube, Twitch. It's been a crazy week of baseball news. Obviously, the winter meetings are going on in Las Vegas, so the Yankees have been in the thick of all sorts of different crazy rumors, trades, news. They haven't really made any trades since the Paxton deal, but all sorts of stuff to keep tabs on. And of course, here at Yes Network, we're making sure you're informed, up to speed on everything. With me, as always, is bench coach Kevin Sullivan.
The winter meetings edition is what we should call this.
That's perfect. Yes, absolutely.
We don't need to be in Vegas.
Yeah, maybe next year.
We have boots on the ground there already.
We'll take this show on the road.
The show.
You like that?
Wow. Just wow.
I cracked myself up. Just want to give a special shout out to Kyle and Shia Silberstein, two great followers and fans. Hopefully Kyle's watching. Obviously, hope Shia as well too. He's been getting at me on Twitter, asking when we'd be back. So glad to be back, and let's get it going underway. Obviously, feel free to give us any comments, questions, concerns, trade proposals, hypothetical deals, whatever you want to do. I'm an open book. We're here to chat. We're here to hang out, interact, all that fun stuff. So make sure you like this video, comment, share it. You know the drill. It's the whole social media roundup, whatever. So anyway, well, let's see where we're at. We're just about, okay, I was going to say, we're near the All-Star break. We're playing darn well. We're 2 games ahead of Boston here in our franchise. I spy a little Subway Series on the horizon, though, so let's fast forward through. And I would not like to stop simulating for minor league all-star games. Okay, very nice. Okay, Padres they're interested in offering us a trade. Let's at least see what it's about. Oh, there's a familiar face. Jonathan Loaisiga. They want to trade us Corey Spangenberg, who's a pretty average player. I don't really know. No, you know,
I don't like that deal at all.
I'm gonna say no. Why? Yeah, Loaisiga, up and comer. I mean, we're taking on loads of money. That's gonna be a no. Sorry.
That's a hard pass.
Hard pass. All right. Oh baby, we are just rolling 6 straight. 7 straight. Can we get it? Oh man, we're just rolling into the break here. Oh my goodness, so many different alerts. All right, great. Here we go. Finally. Oh, this is perfect. The Yankees, Mets, Tanaka versus Noah Syndergaard. Potential future Yankee? I don't know. There's been some rumblings down in Vegas. Personally, I don't think it'll happen. I think it's that conversation kind of lost some steam in the last 12 hours or so. It was kind of sent a buzz across the winter meetings. This Michael Kay described it yesterday when it was a 3-team deal potentially between the Yankees, Marlins, and Mets, and it would have sent Noah to the Bronx. It would have sent Miguel Andujar to Miami, and JT Realmuto up to the Mets. So there were a lot of moving parts. This looks fine to me. Let's go with it. All right, great.
I'm going to call up...
a lot of W's up there.
I'm going to call up Major League, MLB trade rumors while we're doing this.
Okay, perfect.
They're my go-to.
I love trade rumors, and I've heard players, like when James Paxton was obviously traded to the Yankees, he said that he had been following MLB trade rumors to kind of just keep tabs on what things do. So when when the players are following it and they really trust it, that's how you know you got a good outlet there. But yeah, this week I would think is probably the busiest week for MLB trade rumors in terms of just literally MLB trade rumors. Yeah, redundancy, Department of Redundancy over here. But yeah, it's crazy. And it's so funny how it's like in fantasy football when guys are doubtful or questionable or there's such fine distinctions between, oh, this team's showing interest and this team is maybe interested. There's so many levels to it, so it's a fun time. If you're a baseball fan, which I assume folks joining us here for MLB The Show are, it's a great time of year to see how the league's going to shake out in 2019. So Feel free to dump any questions, comments, as I said, trade proposals that you might have stowed away for our MLB The Show round here. Ooh, okay.
So Bryce Harper's agent has come out and said a deal could happen in a matter of weeks. That's not breaking news.
Yeah, no.
Like, duh.
It's not. Yes. I would think Bryce won't sign. There's not really any need for him to sign soon, right? I mean, he's a Scott Boras guy, as we know. Boras, who just landed in the winter meetings and was immediately surrounded by a pool of like 100 reporters today. Oh boy, snuck one down the line. We're going to hold him to a single, though.
Well, to that end,
yes.
Maybe it's just the way I think. When you're sitting on $300 million, and
yeah, he's already turned that down, so it's only going to go up from there.
But let's say today on the way to the car, he trips and breaks his ankle. Right? Like, I want to sign that $300 million contract now.
That's sure, yeah. You don't think they just wheel him around in bubble wrap everywhere he gets to go nowadays? No, I mean, it's very true, and it seems like it's a relatively short list of teams that could legitimately really make a run at Harper, so you would think that the process would be shortened that much because of that. You know, he's not meeting with 20 teams. He's meeting with, I would think, maybe 5, 6, 7 at the most. But Jose Reyes caught me off guard. I had to hit the cutoff man first. Didn't work out.
Yeah, so I play this game at home with a 10-year-old who does the same thing. Throws it to first. Just saying.
Just gotta keep everyone on our toes. I also increased the difficulty level from our last video when I think I put up like 8 runs in the first inning. So I figured I'd challenge myself a little bit more. But I would like to record an out. That would be nice. Haven't gotten to that level yet. With Massa, there it is. First punch out of the day. Oh, I'm glad to see you got our on-air light switched up. That's good. I forgot about that.
We don't want anyone walking into our studio like last time.
That's right. Matt Stucco, shout out. He had another great video this morning on the J-Hap rumors, which kind of funnily today, I don't know if it's funny, it's a little funny, pretty much was a 100% done deal. Yankees, J-Hap have reached an agreement, 3 years, whatever, that was the whole thing. And then about, I don't know, 30, 45 minutes after that, came to light that a deal actually wasn't necessarily in place and that Hap was still weighing offers. But all indications, as Ken Rosenthal, who originally reported it, suggests that the Yankees and Hap will come back together, will reunite on a 3-year deal. Excuse me. You know, ideally, you don't want to go 3 years for a guy who's 36 years old, but the Yankees have already swung and missed, no pun intended, on Nathan Eovaldi and Patrick Corbin. So the clock was kind of ticking. Oh, there goes my phone. The clock was ticking for them to actually make something happen. Obviously, they have Paxton already, but Hap is, you know, he's a solid 3-4 number 4 kind of starter. Obviously, he was tremendous with the Yankees at the end of last year. Didn't have the postseason the Yankee fans wanted him to because he had been billed as this Red Sox, you know, what's the word? Achilles heel, I guess. He was their Achilles heel, if you will. And he struggled. He struggled in Boston, but in terms of, you know, the Sonny Gray gene or syndrome, if you will, he did not have the same difficulties pitching in the Bronx that Gray had. Sonny Gray, by the way, one of the hottest commodities of the MLB winter meetings, too. There's as many as 10, 12 teams that are trying to pry him away from the Yankees. So if you're a Yankee fan, that might surprise you. But baseball people, execs, they know how talented he is. So.
Can we talk about that inning by Tanaka? What a way to bounce back.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
Wow.
I never sweat. I never break a sweat. Never worry. I am worried about getting hit off of Thor here, though.
Yeah. I was thinking he might be in pinstripes earlier this week.
Yeah.
I don't see
Can
that.
you imagine him with short hair, too? That would be a strange sight. And you couldn't call him Thor anymore either, because that's the whole thing, is the hair.
Right.
You know? So is he just Noah when he comes to the Bronx? If he comes to the Bronx, which I don't necessarily think will happen. But in terms of high risk, high reward guys, I guess, that the Yankees could necessarily acquire in a trade, I think there's both. I think there's certainly high risk with Syndergaard, considering his velocity. But in this kind of 3-4 year window between now and the next 3 years, really before they have to start paying, you know, the homegrown guys, maybe that's the time that the Yankees should consider like rolling the dice for a potential ace who may have injury issues, you know, down the line, but he could have 2 Cy Young caliber seasons the next 2 years, and then he could help carry the Yankees to a championship. So, is it worth it? I don't know. I think if you're a Yankee fan, you'd probably be a little bit more excited if Syndergaard was in pinstripes rather than J Happ. But maybe both will happen. I don't know. It's he made pretty short work of me in that first at bat here, but you know.
So one of my favorite things about your show here, AJ, is the viewer comments.
Oh, sure.
Just the interaction, you know.
Oh, get out.
And then every now and then you get one like this.
Oh.
Got to call this one out.
Okay.
Kian Mack on YouTube.
Thanks for joining us.
Hi, Kian. Yankees should trade Ellsbury for Mike Trout and Shohei Ohtani. I don't know. Call cash.
I think he's got like the forced trade option engaged on his MLB The Show universe there, but I don't think there's any reality in which that would happen. Unfortunately, I'll get through it. Here we go, Gardy. Attaboy. Strong leadoff single. 0-2 count. Not a leadoff single, I apologize, but single, no less. Anyway. Yeah, I don't know. We've brought up the Mike Trout trade, just hypothetical scenario on one of our later streams. Don't think it'll happen. I was intrigued by the possibility of a Yankees-Indians big deal that included Corey Kluber as well as Jason Kipnis, because the Indians really want to get rid of Kipnis's money off their payroll. And I was sort of thinking, well, maybe the Yankees could somehow make that work with an Ellsbury as well, but they're not going to want to take his money on if the whole point of them is trying to free themselves of payroll commitments. So I don't think that would necessarily work. Although I still think, you know, Kluber plus Kipnis, if you have to take on Kipnis to make that move happen, I would do that because you need a second baseman. Kluber obviously is a 2-time Cy Young winner. He's everything you could want in an AL #1 pitcher. But it looks like he may end up heading out west to the Dodgers is what I've seen. They've got Yasiel Puig. What are these little dribbler nothing grounders? Frustrating. Oh, well. So Kluber to the Dodgers. That's sort of a leading rumor. You never know, though. It's still very early in the week, relatively speaking. It's early in the winter meetings period, and it's early in free agency. So I think I've seen a lot of Yankee fans on Twitter and elsewhere just sort of becoming impatient with, you know, the fact that some of these guys have already been signed or other teams are making trades. And the Yankees haven't, you know, obviously Paxton, which you can't ignore. I think that's a huge upgrade. They haven't really made any big splashes. They haven't signed Manny Machado yet. But, you know, it's just wait. I sent a GIF to somebody earlier today of Tom Hanks just being like, just wait. So patience, it's a virtue. All right.
AJ, say hi to Max 10 coming from the UK.
Oh, awesome. Max 10, what's going on? Thank you for joining us. Feel free to leave any comments, questions, anything you want. What's on your mind?
Well, JC Merritt 77 has something on his mind.
Oh, boy. Okay.
He wants to know when the last time there was one of these streams. And I can answer that. I believe it was December 5th.
Yes. It was within the last week. Yeah, make sure you're subscribed to our Yes Network YouTube channel, of course. We just constantly pepper in that thing with great in-depth content, discussions, debates, news, updates, everything. We're really trying to grow that, of course, as we are with all of our platforms. So feel free to like us, share all of our good stuff, and comment, because that's the only way we'll know what you guys want to watch and listen to and consume. We're all ears, so if you guys got ideas about anything or what you want to see from the Yes Network digital team, just let us know. Here we go. Oh, I can't. Oh. Hesitated. I hesitated again. Wow, that's Jay Bruce that just stole a base on me, too. He's not exactly Ricky Henderson out there. I appled up. I got lost in the shuffle of the moment.
Grumpy old vet on YouTube checks in, AJ. Oh, look at that.
Come on. Every ball has been like 6 inches within the foul line. Oh. Jay Bruce, what happened? Is Jay Bruce the fastest man in New York right now? What's going on? I like to see, I don't know, what kind of shoes he's wearing today. I don't trust it. I don't think it's up to regulation. Freaking stealing bases and scoring from second. Anyway.
Back to Grumpy Old Vet, if we can.
Grumpy Old Vet, please.
How hyped is everyone that Kenny is doing another season with Yes, Kenny being Ken Singleton?
The man. I mean, I'm extremely hyped. I mean, you can't find anyone, I think, on planet Earth to say a bad word about Ken, and nor should they. He's a true gem of Yes Network. I think that's fair to say. I absolutely love him on games too. This might sound like Yes homerism, but I think his insights are fantastic. He's, his eye is just as keen as it was when he was, an all-star in the big league. So
my go-to soundbite on him, which you've heard before, Ken Singleton, an amazing voice, an even better human being.
Absolutely. I'm a little surprised we were able to, talk him out of retirement. I guess it wasn't obviously me. It was Flip and I'm sure other higher ups. But Ken Singleton, just a very a beloved member of the team here, and definitely just an awesome addition to our broadcast. So very excited for the games that he will be in the booth once again next season. And then it's another case for 2020 whether they can rally him again, but we'll see. Oh, give me that! Come on, that's right on the corner there.
I think a lot of it have to do with how well the Yankees do, right? So if they go out on top, he might go out on top.
That's a fair point. He could ride on the bus with C. Okay, this is now 2 pitches in a row. Both strikes. Kenny and CC and Gardy will be in the front of the championship parade float this year. Just raking in the love and adoration as they should. But we'll see. Yeah. Oh baby. Tanaka. That splitter always going to be on point. Why not? Throw it again. Strike 3. Here we go. Oh, just got a splinter on it.
Again, look at that.
Unbelievable. Just short work. Pitch count's getting up there more than I would prefer, but I'm backing it up with strikeouts, so let's get it going. I'm down a run because of Jay Bruce's, what is the phrase? Fleet-footedness?
Yeah, it's fast.
Sure. It's fast.
Here are we. Where were we on this? Oh, D-Bot in YouTube. Say hi to D-Bot.
D-Bot, thank you for joining us. Welcome back.
Would like them to re-sign, them being the Yankees, re-sign David Robertson.
Sure.
Yeah, I like Robertson. I don't know if it's going to happen. Odd move by Robertson representing himself.
I agree.
And then not going to the winter meetings.
Oh, he's not at the winter meetings.
I don't think so.
Okay. I agree. Yeah, so he's representing himself, which is just kind of funny to picture, but it's not the first time somebody's done that, I don't think. So, it's not complete buffoonery, but you'd think you'd want some guy to help you out or whatever, but
just picture him picking up the dial.
Just like knocking on doors around the hotel.
Hey, Dave Dabrowski.
Hey, I'm David Robertson.
You interested in me?
Yeah, making cold calls around the league. That's, I think, is probably, I think everybody that's followed the Yankees into this offseason has been, oh, we need pitching, and this is 3 bags, maybe even 4. Can we get there? Oh, I really want to make
Send him.
I'm sending him. Oh,
You're out. Why'd you send him?
Why did you tell me to send him, Coach?
I'm bench coach, not third base.
I want to score an inside the park home run. Darn it. That one's on me. All right, I'll take that one. It's foolish. It's foolish action on my part. I got to recollect my thoughts here. Oh, so every Yankee fan wants the Yankees to go and sign, Clayton Kershaw reincarnate, whatever, an ace. And then half of the population either wants Manny or Bryce. Very strong opinions, but I think the bullpen, Robertson's free agent, Britton's free agent. You don't have Shreve anymore because you traded him for Luke Voit. There's some depth that needs to just be replenished. So I think that's sort of the big area of the Yankees roster that people aren't spending enough time, just thinking about, discussing as to where they'll go. Britton has been linked to a bunch of different teams. Robertson as well. You would maybe just sort of assume that he would want to just come back to the Yankees. Obviously a familiar place for him. He's had lots of success here. But he's a businessman like any of these other pros, and he wants to capitalize on his playing and earning potential. So he's not a sure thing basically. But you have Holder, you got Chad Green, you got Betances, obviously Chapman. And certainly some guys in the minors who could maybe be a bullpen option. A couple young guys. We'll see. We'll see with Robertson. We'll see with Britton. I would personally I would like a Britton move. I know he's not the youngest option. I think he's like 32. But you need you need that lefty in there, Shreve, he wasn't a shutdown kind of guy, but he was a lefty, and obviously you need those matchup guys. So Britton has had closing experience in the past, obviously AL East experience. He was with the Orioles forever, so definitely a guy I would consider, especially since the Yankees haven't spent any big money yet this offseason, so you might as well start somewhere. So whether that's Robertson, whether that's Britton, we'll see. Only time will tell. Oh, baby. Take a seat. Adios, Jose. Tanaka, another K. Loving it. All right. 45 pitches. This will be number 46 here in the third. We're missing bats, but we're not very efficient. And we're trailing 1-0 to the Mets in our home turf. So going to have to make a nice bounce-back offensive effort here. It's going to be tough against Syndergaard, but at least we got Tanaka throwing up zeros. Or he threw up 2 zeros. Or he hopefully will. Threw up a 1 earlier. Anyway.
It's not good math, AJ.
I'm not a numbers guy. Oh, I'm a gamer. I don't know what to tell you. All right. Oh, baby. I mean, I'm just dotting it all over the place, wherever I want. Paint that black. Corners. So the Yankees rotation now. Obviously, Severino is your number 1. I think as great as he was in the first half of last year and then subsequently had some struggles in the second half, I think he takes another leap forward in 2019. I'm really excited to see him perform. I think James Paxton being there as sort of like I don't know what you want to call it, a buttress, if you will, to what? Are you going to stick your glove out there or are you just going to watch it? Oh, he just wanted to throw him out at second. I ran to the spot, and he just watched the ball sail past him. What happened? Buddy. Let's take another look. Here? Oh, what are you, hello? Can we look alive? It's a darn shame. It's a darn shame. I mean, that should have been an easy out. That's baseball, Susan.
Can't predict it.
Doesn't always happen. That's why you play out the games.
And this Sunday, you cannot predict basketball, Sarah.
Oh, nice segue.
Right?
Well done. It's Sunday?
This Sunday,
Sunday.
yes, John Sterling, play-by-play for the Brooklyn Nets game.
The voice of the New York Yankees on radio, John Sterling, the legend. He was actually at the Raptors game a few nights ago, just sort of getting the hang, probably meeting some players, getting a couple research, nuggets in here and there. But that's going to be something else. That's going to be really fun to
DVR that
see.
one.
And it's not like a total fish out of water situation because he's had a basketball professional broadcasting experience well before he got to the Yankees. So it's not his first rodeo. He knows the Nets players inside and out. We had him in the studio a few weeks ago, and he was reeling off facts, tidbits about all of them. So obviously, he's a pro. He's been in the business forever. So that's going to be an awesome night. Nets basketball. John Sterling at the helm. Oh, we need to bring back is our strikeout whistle.
I'll see what I can do.
I only got the home run horn, which then fell off my lap. Here we go. I gotta hit some home runs though before I can start blowing my horn. All right, maybe this is it. I'm full of off-season winter meetings tidbits, but Miguel Andujar, yet another figure right in the middle of every Yankees trade rumor, it seems like. It's his case is unfortunately one of those situations where you want to capitalize on your assets and maybe you have to throw him in a deal for a high-end starter that will potentially help you get to the World Series and win the World Series, but would definitely be a bummer to just let him go because of how just immensely talented he is. And I know I'm not alone in thinking this, but I think you can't rush to make a decision as quickly as people have about his defense. He was not even supposed to be in the majors until this year, and then last year Brandon Drury got hurt. It forced him to take over the job. Obviously, he ran with it and played, I think it was like 150 games or something.
Rookie of the Year worthy season.
Absolutely.
I guess leading the league in every offensive stat is not enough to win.
It's not when you're one player in one human body as opposed to two players in one, as Shohei was. He won the MLBPA's Most Outstanding Rookie Award, Andujar, which is voted on by the players. So the players clearly acknowledged the impact that he had. I mean, you could easily make the case that he was the MVP of the Yankees, and the Yankees were one of the 3-4 best teams in baseball. Meanwhile, the Angels were definitely not that. Oh, okay, knocked it down, but we're safe. Okay, let me get a little rally here going, something. Pixie lines one up the middle.
So, MLB trade rumors.
Ooh.
Rays nearing a deal with Charlie Morton.
Okay.
Yeah, makes sense.
That's fine, yeah. I wonder with Morton, who had a tremendous season last year in Houston at age, 35? I wonder if the market around him was a little bit more lukewarm because teams around the league are, I don't want to say suspicious, but just cautiously optimistic, or not optimistic, cautious, I guess, about these Houston pitchers who go to Houston and just somehow turn around their best career seasons ever. Like last year, Verlander was unbelievable. Probably could have won the Cy Young. Garrett Cole, unbelievable. Charlie Morton, incredible. And like these guys are defying like all time and physics and health, conventions.
Are you saying something's up over there?
I'm not trying to throw accusations around. I'm just saying something I don't know. I think it'll be very interesting to see how Charlie Morton does in Tampa, away from whatever magic pitching sauce they got over there in Houston. I don't know.
Well, to your point, let me do some of these numbers.
Okay. Yes.
Last year, as you said, amazing year, 15-3 with a 3.13.
That's a
The
ball.
year before that in Houston, 14-7 with a 3.62. These are all very good numbers.
Very good, sure.
Year before that, he was hurt, whatever. So let me go over the last few years prior to that. 9-9 with a 4.8. 6-12 with a 3.7. Here's his best year, 7-4 with a 3.26.
And it's not only that, he's throwing like 10 miles an hour harder than he ever did. That doesn't happen. It doesn't happen when you're 35. I'm sorry. And when somebody asked him about it, he just sort of said, I kind of just thought about throwing harder, and I just started doing it. It's like, no, I'm sorry. That's a lot. It's fishy to me. I'm sorry. I got questions. That's it. I don't know.
His third year in the league, 2010, 2-12 with a 7.57.
I mean, that's awful.
And he just thought about throwing harder.
And he's just woke up one day and thought, if I just throw it harder, I bet it'll go faster.
Hey, good for him.
It was as simple as that. I wonder why more guys don't do that.
Have you ever thought of putting video in your tweet? Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, bright ideas everywhere to be obtained. All right, well, we got a little something here.
Real quick, sorry.
Oh, no, that's okay.
Stephen H. in YouTube. Who are they talking about? We were talking about Charlie Morton there, Stephen.
Oh, man, that would have been a game tying. Double down the line. I was a little late. 110 off the bat, though. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Aaron Judge, number 99, putting the Bombers in the lead. Let's go. I'm so tempted to just make the home run horn the happy horn when anything good happens, but I'm going to save it for home runs. I think that's the special aspect of it. So,
I don't disagree. I like
no
that.
horn just yet. You gotta get excited about it. I'm excited. I might be using the horn right now. Oh! No. Not a bad pitch. A little high. Oof. Not a great career against Syndergaard. 0 for 12. At least in MLB The Show universe. I don't know if that's the exact numbers in real life, but I think it might be. One of the videos that myself and our colleague Matthew Stucco have got in the pipeline that we're getting the ball rolling with is a video explaining why Giancarlo Stanton could have his best career season yet next year in 2019. I think there's a lot of really promising signs, some trends. You could take his agent's words with a grain of salt because obviously it's his agent, but his agent said the Yankees are going to be getting a totally different player than they got last year. Which, by the way, last year the player they got was pretty darn good. If you look at the numbers, he had a fantastic season. I think he had like the fourth or fifth most home runs for any Yankee playing for the Yankees in his first year ever. Like, Giambi, Teixeira, a couple of those guys maybe were ahead of him. But
38 home runs, 100 RBIs.
I mean, I'll sign up for that.
Yeah.
If you're the Yankees and you're acquiring Stanton and coming off his MVP year, maybe you're like, oh, well, he should hit 50 home runs. But, like, it's really hard. It's really, really hard. And he still hit almost 40. And I think that number is going to go up even more. He got off to a really slow start. And I think all those kinds of adjustments he's already got in his back pocket. He's got his first career playoff experience, behind him. So I was trying to get that phrase out. I let a very easy ground ball go up the middle. It's okay. Just got my Charlie Morton alert from Jeff Passan. But yeah, so Giancarlo Stanton, big things on the horizon in New York.
YouTube chat room. Ethan Cashman is back. He says, do you remember me? We remember Ethan.
Of course. With the
Cushman.
last name of Cashman, how are we going to forget? Hello.
JC McDermott wants to know, AJ, who's your favorite pitcher to use?
That's a good question. You know what? I got a crazy sleeper for you. Maybe not my favorite ever, but Dinelson Lamet. Who? Dinelson Lamet of the San Diego Padres.
Wow.
In MLB The Show is like Randy Johnson with like from the right side. He throws like 99. He has a ridiculous slider. He's got 4 pitches, but somehow I looked up his actual real life stats. He's very average, to not disrespectfully, but like, you know, I think he had a 4.5 ERA. He was like 9-7 or 7-9. I think he was a rookie last year, so I'll give him a little bit of, you know, a little credit. But in terms of stuff, and at least in MLB The Show, if you got a franchise side, Dinelson Lamet. I think that's how you pronounce it. Lamet, that's his last name. So yeah, I was using him actually recently and at home when I was just trying to get my fingers back warmed up again on the show, and I was like, wow, this guy deals. So it was a deep cut for you.
That is a deep cut.
Deep cut.
Let me know if you got a deep cut for this one. Kyle is watching from home.
Nice.
Wants to know if you're going to play anybody else, maybe any guests, any old-timers.
That's we're definitely trying to make that happen. I would love that. Obviously, there's no shortage of awesome Yes Network analysts with, you know, big league experience. Maybe David Cohn, maybe John Flaherty. You know, some of these guys are obviously in and out of our offices here, so maybe we could rope one of them in. That would be so much fun. We're working on it. We would love to make that happen. Great question, Kyle. We appreciate it.
It is a good question.
As always.
And as you and I talked about earlier today, I would love to see, I was telling you I watched the video of, I forget the gamer's name. He was playing his girlfriend. It was her first time playing. So she was on beginner, he was on experienced.
Yeah.
He threw only fastballs to her. So I would love you and Cone or you and O'Neill, you, Kenny, put them on beginner.
That would be unbelievable.
That'd be a lot of fun.
That'd be so much fun. Oh, he's got the Jeter jump throw, and he nails it.
Alan Kay says you should get Michael Kay in. I totally agree. The only problem is he has 47 jobs. He's very busy.
He does. I know because I was watching the whole thing. Did his whole 4-hour Michael Kay show, and then in a commercial break was on the set of Hot Stove for live Hot Stove, which was another hour.
Unbelievable. So a little behind the scenes, I was talking to our producer Jared Boschnak on the television side yesterday, just going over some Yankees Hot Stove stuff, and I was like, hey Jared, can we get a exclusive clip just for us? He said, yeah, no problem. Michael is doing his show right now, but I could pull him away during a commercial break.
So
I was like, you don't have to do that.
So he can work on even more, yeah.
So he'd work 2 jobs at the same exact time.
At the same time.
Jared was good. He got us a good clip.
That clip did really well. It was a great topic. It was the 3-way Marlins-Mets deal.
Yeah.
Rumor. But yeah, it's a captivating point of discussion for sure. All right, so I haven't been as patient as I think I should be here in the batter's box. But you know, with an ace level arm like Syndergaard, sometimes you got to be aggressive. You know, you can't wait around to try and tire him out because he's not going to get tired out. That's why he's Thor. You know, he's going to throw 99 into the 8th inning. So just got to jump. You got to pounce on the opportunity. That's what I've been trying to do. Oh, what discipline by Didi. Love it. I was very interested to hear that the Yankees, I think it was Cashman that said it, they're openly saying they want to extend Didi, which, you know, is a very, there you go, 4-pitch walk. Well done. I mean, he's sort of the heartbeat of the team, if you will. I know there's a lot of guys that could maybe man that title, but he's just like in the middle of everything. I feel like he's best friends with every guy on the team. He's just like that spark plug. He's still obviously in his prime. He's not really old. The Tommy John thing that he's overcoming now is not, you know, it's not going to be as big of an issue as, I mean, we saw Gleyber Torres come back from it and had a tremendous first half last year. So, but that being said, that kind of complicates the Manny Machado, you know, market in terms of the Yankees' involvement in it. If Didi is going to be in the picture for another 5 years or whatever extension ends up happening,
Well,
unless
that's the chess game that he might be playing right now.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I'm sure. Yes.
That's a great point.
He
too.
would want
yeah.
Didi, of course.
But,
everybody would want Didi.
Sure.
He might be saying, "Hey, Manny, we have Didi.
We have this guy,
Right.
and he wants to be a Yankee." That's very true. Perhaps I was naive in looking at it at first glance. Oh, Luke, come on, buddy.
Either way, you're going to win.
Exactly.
Right?
I
Machado
mean, you either
or
don't
Didi?
pay $500 million for Machado, and you settle for a definite borderline all-star candidate, if not just a pure all-star in Didi, who I don't know what more you could possibly want from the guy. I mean, he's unbelievable on both sides of the ball. Lefty, all of his home runs sail over the right field wall in Yankee Stadium. Fantastic defense, fantastic clubhouse guy. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Here we go. Here comes the carousel. You know what? I'm going to hold him at third. But that's what I like to see. Keep that line moving. The doubles machine. Who else? Miguel Andujar. The new New York Yankees rookie record holder in doubles for a single season. Look at him motor around those bases. Ah, yeah. It'd be, I mean, watching Manny Machado play third base in the Bronx would be pretty awesome. But it'd be a bummer to see Andujar go and play in Miami, you know? Like, Miami maybe will be good in a few years, but, like, for him to just have that excitement level, almost winning Rookie of the Year in a team in the heart of a playoff race all year, and he was carrying the load. I mean, he didn't have, like, 2 bad weeks in a row. He was unbelievable. So, almost hit 300. Yankee fans love the 300 hitter, I can tell you that much from reading Twitter all day long. Oh! Just early on that one. Got me with the changeup. All right, single gets in at least one, probably two. Let's do that. Nope. Way to look. Way to look.
So kudos to Peter K in the YouTube room.
Sure. Peter, thanks for joining us.
I didn't believe it. I had to look it up. He said this was the first year Machado drove in 100 runs. Not all his doing. You have to have other people, other game
Sorry,
going on.
I was making sure I could score there. Yeah. Sure. I mean, yeah. I think we all know, though, that RBIs are kind of an antiquated stat. It's nice.
Right.
But I've really enjoyed, I'm sure Michael K., not to be confused with Peter K., has probably gotten a lot of gruff, if you will, on Twitter. He's been vocal. I don't think he's been anything, not even close to homerish, nothing like that. He's just been vocal about how great of a player Manny Machado really is. I mean, if you've watched them, the Yankees and Orioles have had these battles over the years. Machado's been unbelievable. He makes truly mind-boggling plays that you just, nobody in baseball other than maybe Nolan Arenado and Matt Chapman can pull off. Like and that's on defense. He has an absolute cannon, and he's going to hit 300 and hit 35 to 40 home runs, and he's going to do it with swag. And obviously I get the hustling concerns, whatever, but if he...
Oh, nice catch. Peter K. also adds, another great ad, it's also Harper's first year driving at 100.
Yeah, I think there's a lot more red flags with Harper. Not even close to a superior, or not superior, an elite defender. I mean, last year he had, based on peripheral defense metrics, all that, like one of the worst defensive seasons in the modern era. Obviously, you can read into that, him probably taking it a little bit easy, not running into walls and diving over fences to get balls because he wants to be healthy for his massive payday this offseason, so I kind of get that. But to me, Machado is by far the more complete player. And I think it says a lot that the Nats have kind of just threw their hands up after they offered Bryce that initial $300 million offer and have been openly saying, like, yeah, well, he'll probably end up somewhere else, and we wish him the best, but this was the best we could do. So, like, they're not, they got Anthony Rendon, who's incredibly underrated. who's a free agent coming up next offseason. So maybe the Nats just feel like we'll build around him in terms of our offense. We got Juan Soto, Victor Robles, really, really talented, super, super, super young players. And obviously they got Corbin, so their whole rotation is dominant.
So despite the on-air light being on, we're joined by, can I say we're joined by?
Sure.
We're joined by Chris Sheeran.
Hi, everybody.
And we're off.
Chris Sheeran of the And We're Off podcast is far
Podcast
more
fame.
entertaining than me.
I just taped the new one.
Oh, you did?
Oh, excellent. Tell us about it.
I didn't have a guest. I was my own guest.
You don't need a guest.
No.
That's the best guest.
I was waxing
The man
poetic
in the
about
mirror.
the potential of getting J-Happ back on board in this Yankees rotation because Yankee fans weren't taking it well. But I did a little history lesson for myself.
Preach. Let them know.
I went back to 2003.
Oh.
If Happ
Way
is
back.
indeed signed to this deal, and it happens before Hot Stove at 10 o'clock tonight, right after the Nets postgame show, which I'm hosting, Bob Lorenz, Meredith Morakovich, Jack Curry, John Flaherty, Michael Kay out there in Las Vegas. If it happens, this is top 3 in the last 17 years, Yankee rotations that would start the season on opening day.
Interesting.
Top 3. That's in my opinion, but you
With a
can
lot
go,
of lefties, too.
you can go back and you can look at it if you want to. But I'll take this one over Sidney Ponson, Sean Chacon, Javi Vasquez, Freddie Garcia. Everybody's complaining about this potential thing happening, but I will roll with Severino, Tanaka, Maple, Happ, and CeCe.
Michael Caputo checks in.
I agree.
Top 3? Are you kidding me?
Go check, Michael.
Hey, look it up. Listen to the podcast.
Go check, Michael. I did an extensive history lesson in the podcast, SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts. Go there and listen.
Oh, baby. Oppo, Boppo. You know what time it is. 400-footer for number 99. We got a 5-1 lead. Let's go.
Oh, you're pounding on the Mets?
Absolutely. They took an early lead, but we got it back. Let's see that again.
That's the other thing. Boom! Nice. Nice. Nice extension.
Oh, yeah. Right center field, baby. That's the key. It's the key to success.
The other thing is, people think Brian Cashman is out on Manny Machado. Do you think that?
Not even close. I think Machado is a Yankee.
I think
they'll sign him for 5 years, $200 million.
And with that, your
That's an
offense,
obscene amount of money.
your offense and your defense gets exponentially better. It's a transcendent player.
They got 4 and maybe 5 guys who could hit 40 home runs.
Yeah.
It's preposterous.
But it improves your defense, and then you could spin
very much
Andujar and get more pitching.
Yeah. That's very true. We've been
So-
talking about all these rumors. You're right.
Oh,
yeah.
and Noah's pitching against you.
Perfect, right? Yeah.
Oh, baby. Anyway, I saw you on Twitter. I figured I would swing by. I didn't know I was going to be on mic, or I wouldn't have put 2 lifesavers into my mouth.
It's all right.
We're relaxed here.
Yeah.
I
we're hanging
apologize.
out. We got the
YouTube.
viewers on YouTube and Twitch. It's a good time.
I'm interested to know what rotation this guy thinks. Why I'm crazy? Does he want to come with some facts, or just say, "Are you crazy?" Because that is social media at its finest, by the way.
Well, he just came off being banned in the room.
Oh well, there you go. There you go.
Short-lived.
Take care. Brush your hair.
Oh, if that didn't hit the mound. Oh, the wayward throw, but he sails back into the base.
Who's that playing first
I
for
thought
the
it was Tim
Mets?
Tebow for a second, but I don't think it is.
It's not Peter Alonso. The show didn't give him the call.
TBD. I don't know. I didn't look at the Mets roster, unfortunately, but just trying to survive Syndergaard here. We're doing all right. Oh, is that got enough? Has that got legs? Has it got legs?
I think it does.
No.
No.
Morton deal apparently is official, says JC Merritt 77. 2 years, $30 million.
Yeah, the Rays. That equals the rest of their payroll, doesn't
That's a
it?
lot.
Sorry.
That's a lot. The Rays, though, are a team to me that has gotten so much out of not a lot in terms of pitching and productivity.
Yeah.
So maybe that's a great place for him to end up if it's not Houston. We were talking about, Just questions about how dominant the Houston pitching staff just constantly is. I don't know what they're doing to the baseballs down there, but I don't know. We'll see what happens in Tampa this year. With
Trevor Bauer always
Mr.
questions it.
See, yeah, as weird as that guy may be, he knows what he's talking about when it comes to pitching and spin rate and all that stuff. That's right up his alley there. So, Charlie Morton, we'll be seeing a lot more of him next year in the AL East.
Maybe he'll be an opener.
I mean, yeah.
$15 million to throw 2 innings.
I mean, yeah. They got who else did? Oh, who's the Pittsburgh? Was it Tyon? No, who's the pitcher they got in the Archer deal? I'm just thinking of the Rays rotation. Obviously, Snell is your number 1. Morton is either your 2 or your 3. I think it was Jameson Tyon, right? That was part of the.
It's a lot of money, but it makes the Rays better.
Sure,
It
yeah.
does.
And if you want to believe and trust in Morton's numbers last 2 years, he's been great. So, yeah. I'm glad the Yankees didn't end up going with that because, I don't know, I just wouldn't trust him in Yankee Stadium. I don't trust him, period. I think he'll break down. I think his velocity will drop off. Something, I don't know.
I am sticking by my statement.
The top 3?
Yeah, if Hap comes back.
I don't think that's that, outlandish. I think
It's
you're
not.
right, is what I'm saying.
It's not. If you look
They're
at
so deep.
if you look at the rotations,
talent. You got Montgomery chilling. You got prospects. 12. I think I said this last time, but 12 of the top 14 prospects, period, in the Yankee system are pitchers. They're right-handed pitchers.
Michael King
Dude,
had a Phil Hughes meteoric rise through every level of the Yankees farm system last year. Got better at every stop.
Yeah. I was doing research on today, and Cashman, I remember last year, said that they had been getting calls.
And in
about him
August.
to trade
Yeah,
them.
right.
Yeah.
In August.
And he was like, yeah, no, we're kind of excited about this guy, so we're not going to just give him away. But,
Lord knows what they were asking for Kluber or Bauer or Mad Bum, if they were even in on Mad Bum.
Yeah.
And, the Yankees just rebuilt this farm system.
Yeah.
So I don't think they really want to unload it.
And who's to say they will not just wait until the trade deadline and say,
Right.
we'll see
They could
how
do that
good
too.
we're going to do,
Yeah.
see how healthy we'll be. And if we need to make a splash, or not splash necessarily, but that we need to get a guy, we'll get
All
a guy at the
right.
deadline.
I went through the starters. I'm going to try to do this off the top of my head.
Okay.
I did it in my office with Josh Isaac, who produces the batting practice show for Yes. I think there were 12 pitchers who got starts last year. One of them was Holder, who was an opener. So, but he's still a guy, so he's one of the
Still
12.
counts, sure.
Okay? So Holder, Chance Adams, the usual suspects, Severino, Tanaka, Sabathia, Gray, Domingo Herman, Loaisiga,
Montgomery started too. Right?
Lance
That's
Lynn,
or was
Jordan
that- yeah.
Montgomery, Holder. I'm missing one.
Hap.
Oh,
You said Hap already?
no,
Oh,
Hap.
Hap.
Hap's the 12th. Okay? So there's the 12. All right?
Yeah.
How many games did the Yankees win last year?
100.
100.
That's right.
Can I have a gavel? Or at least a microphone that I could drop this microphone?
Just throw-
Now, I know they didn't win the World Series, but they still have one of the best bullpens in the game
Absolutely.
that they can improve on by bringing back a David Robertson, who knows if they will, or by bringing back a Zach Britton, who probably wants to close and go to another team. But Ottavino's out there, who did, say he could strike out Babe Ruth
I
every
thought that
time he
was
faced
great.
him.
I think that.
And
that
David
was
Cohn,
hilarious.
he won Twitter yesterday and said,
Yeah.
well, I think Babe Ruth could strike out Ottavino too. So, yeah. I know everybody wanted Kluber. You want to bring in one of those transcendent starters. He is 33 years of age. I wouldn't have poo-pooed it if he came in here, but it depended on what they were asking for.
I thought there was a chance that would happen because they were so familiar with their own former prospects that they would have been like, bring Frazier back. Bring,
Right.
These guys back.
But you don't know if that was
Justice
the case.
is
Maybe they
Seattle
wanted
now.
Florial.
It's true.
Maybe they wanted a package that included him, and I don't think that could be the Yankees. He could be in
I'm
the
a big
Yankees
Florial
outfield
guy. I'm a big Florio guy.
for the next 10, 15 years.
He's an untouchable. He's your center fielder for,
And
for
Kevin,
his
we
whole
saw
career.
him. We saw him at spring training. I don't know if you saw
He ran like the wind.
his BP, but he was also in the. He was either down south or he's in the Arizona Fall League. I forget
He
where
was
I
in the
saw him.
Fall League.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he went from first to third. It's a blur.
Dude,
It's a blur.
It's crazy.
He could be, work on his power a little bit. He's a little wiry, but if he did get a little power behind him, that's 5 tools. In my eyes, he's got 4. He's got 4 out of 5. He's got 80% of the tools.
It's pretty darn good.
Right. So
struggled a little offensively.
He did. He's got to get on base, but he'd be a nightmare on the base paths.
And
a nightmare.
He's Jackie Bradley Jr. floor. He could be.
Yeah.
He could threaten.
And we saw what Jackie Bradley Jr. did in the World Series and the ALCS last year.
Jackie Bradley had that 27-game hit streak that one year too, or something crazy. Yeah, it wouldn't be bad him patrolling center field.
Somebody get the brass on the line.
Oh, to get the beard off.
Yes.
I know.
What is this?
Voit.
All right, I got to go continue prepping. I just wanted to.
Right. Well, thank you for the surprise visit. Chris Sheeran, ladies and gentlemen.
In the wrestling business, we'd call that a run-in.
Run-in?
Yeah.
A pop-in?
A drop?
No, that's not. That's neither. Come on, you guys are rookies.
I mean, this is a work.
What
does that mean again? I don't know what that means. Did I use it right?
Get the Mets, AJ.
All right, I'm going to try. What a nice surprise visit from Chris Sheeran. Definitely subscribe to the And We're Off podcast. I mean, I'm not going to brag, but I have appeared on it, and it's been pretty great.
You are a top 10 downloaded episode, by the way, AJ.
Love it. I'm going to print out a little gold star for myself after that. That's great.
Number 1 is Jack Curry. Number 2
That was after the Paxton deal, right? That's,
correct.
Yeah.
What are you trying to qualify why it's happening?
I'm just pointing out facts. That's all.
You had a deal break while you were
competitive.
Corbin deal.
Yeah, that was we were riding the Corbin wave, so I'll take it.
Number 2 is Eric Kennedy of BigBlueInteractive.com.
Oh, okay.
Great website for
if you're
Giants
a Giants
fans.
guy, Chris is absolutely a voice you want to be paying attention to. He lives and dies week by week with that team. Mostly, it's been a lot of dying this year, but all thoughts and aggravations. He loves the voice. So, Giants fans out there, And We're Off. That's the name of the podcast. Find it anywhere you normally find your podcasts. iTunes, SoundCloud, all that good stuff. That was so funny, though. He came in and we was echoing a lot of the points that we were talking about. So,
hey, we're all smart here.
Good corroboration. Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of Chris Sheeran, D-Bot from the YouTube room. Is Chris Sheeran the guy that looks like Walter White? Well, I'm not going to touch that, but what I will tell D-Bot is that you can watch the Nets pregame show tonight, and Chris Sheeran will be hosting
I'm
that.
still laughing at the Walter White comment. That's great. That's funny.
That is good.
He's skinnier than Walter White.
Oh, yeah, in much better shape.
Yeah. Walter White,
Walter
White was also battling cancer, so there's that, but not his actual TV, not the person who portrayed him. But yeah, he is bald. He does have the goatee. Doesn't wear glasses. Doesn't wear a hat at the desk. Have not heard him ask to say his name either, but we'll see. I actually just watched that episode, Breaking Bad.
Great series.
Phenomenal program. Oh, yes. See, we waited on it. Is that out? Oh. Is it out? No. I thought it snuck over, but it must have hit at the base of the wall. RBI double, Glaber. Just sat back on it. Let's take a look. Oh, bam, just go with it. Other way. If I've proven anything in this game, go the other way. Good things are gonna happen. Send it out to the gaps. 6-1. Who's on the mound? Oh, Seth Lugo. Okay. We've already knocked Syndergaard out.
Speaking of good websites,
Feeling good.
Our friends at riveravblues.com are watching.
Oh. What's up, RAB?
A staple for Yankees fans on the internet.
Yes. Great in-depth coverage. Great off-season stuff. Obviously, I'm sure they're keeping a close eye on everything happening in Vegas, as we are as well. All right, 2-0 count here to Gardy. I think it's something to be said for Brian Cashman, the fact that Brett Gardner will be making half as much money as Andrew McCutchen will be making.
That deal is crazy.
And it's for 1 year instead of 3 years of a commitment. And I don't really know how much better Andrew McCutchen is than Brett Gardner, but I don't think it's $42.5 million better. So I think you gotta tip your cap there to Cashman for that deal. You get, obviously Gardner gets the $2 million buyout for this season, and then an additional $7.5 million for the actual season itself, the contract, the 1-year deal. But for a fourth outfielder, there's nothing you could ask for in terms of veteran leadership. Still a supremely talented on-base guy. Great defense in left field. I don't know how many guys in the league could patrol left field as well as Gardy has been able to do over all these years. That's like his territory out there. Just definitely an awesome. Yeah, I don't want to say feel good if you're a Yankees fan, but I think everybody wanted Gardy back for one more year. You know, they didn't get the title they were looking for this past season, so I think it would be an awesome way for Gardner to cap off his. You know, he's not an MVP type of player, but certainly a phenomenal Yankees career. I should warm somebody up in the bullpen, folks. It's that time again. Who should I get loose? Give you a quick reminder.
I'll tell you, anybody in the chat room lets you know.
We got a couple righties up, so I'm going to get a righty moving.
When it's on YouTube, it's a chat room, right? Not a comment section?
I think it's always a chat room, personally. But
Not on Facebook. It's a comment section.
Okay. Technically, you're right, but, you know, it's more fun to pretend to be Glenn. I didn't hear any suggestions from the folks quickly enough.
I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
Things move quick in the big leagues. Got to make moves. Canely, okay. Maybe I'll get him out there. We still got a 5-run lead later on.
Do you listen to Pardon My Take podcast?
Bits and pieces of it. I'm not a loyal listener from start to finish, but
Well, if you haven't listened to
those
the
guys are very
A-Rod,
funny. Oh, yeah.
That was great.
Well, and he's got a whole other podcast,
Yeah.
the Big Cat, the
Yeah.
Corp. I haven't listened to that either. I'm excited to.
if you don't walk away from that loving A-Rod, you're listening wrong.
It's unbelievable the 180 that he has pulled off.
Kudos to him.
It's incredible. Whoever his PR people are, they aren't getting paid enough.
Well, I think what they probably told him was that just be yourself.
Just own it. Or that. Oh, sure, yeah.
Because he is just being
Just
himself.
a goofy,
Yes.
an awkward, embarrassing dad kind of.
And owning the heck out of it.
And a businessman. Yeah. No, I mean, obviously, baseball purists are always going to have their opinions of A-Rod and all of his history, but in terms of right now, civilian A-Rod and MLB analyst A-Rod, I think he's terrific.
If I don't get in the Hall of Fame, his favorite thing, or my favorite thing that he said,
Yeah.
if I don't get in the Hall of Fame, you know what? That's on me.
Yeah. Whoever was telling him, coaching him up in terms of how to. God, what a play. What a play from Glaber. The diving stop, getting to his feet. Let's see that again in slow-mo. Oh, yes. Full extension, saving a base hit, ending the inning. Great stuff.
So attendance is down from the first inning.
Oh, okay.
Maybe
Yeah, I feel like this has been a slower game. I can maybe fast forward, although we are in the 7th, but
well, don't fast forward now.
yeah, it's kind of late now.
Well, I mean, we need to see Judge, Stanton.
That's true. You're right. The heart.
How do you say that?
Gazelman,
Gazelman. All right.
I think.
I had
I'm
that
pretty sure.
argument the other day.
What was the?
I
what
came
were the
out with
two
all
sides?
sorts of
Giselle,
Giselman, Gazelman.
Gelman.
I was convinced they were all
They
right.
should call him the Gazelle. Do they not?
Oh,
they
that's
should.
great.
Mets, get on that. They probably are.
I'll call them.
Big leaguers and pro athletes alike are, another one. Right center. Right center. Nope. Didn't have the legs. Pro athletes are like master level nickname assigners. It's one of my favorite things to find out like their nicknames for their teammates. Because a lot of the nicknames that fans use, they kind of just make them up. They're not like the players. It's like news to the players that they're referred to.
Right.
I remember Clint Frazier. He was like not a big Red Thunder fan, even though everybody called him Red Thunder. But
And we spent a lot of money on the Red Thunder.
really wanted him
Poster.
to embrace the Red Thunder moniker.
He was
but-
kind enough to say, yeah, go with it.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, he's another player for whom 2019, big year to see. What
Yeah, I'm
Clint
excited.
Frazier's got in the tank. Whether he ends up traded. Oh, there you go. Go down and get it,
Still a
Giancarlo.
rookie, right? Still a rookie. Clint?
I don't think he is now.
No?
Because he played a bunch of games in 2016. Am I crazy?
I have a computer in front of me.
I
Hold
don't
on.
think he's a rookie anymore.
Exceeded it in the 2017 season.
Okay. Yeah, I mean,
So I wasn't even
was
close.
his walk-off last year? All these years, they blend together. I remember, I'll never forget his incredible red hair flowing in the wind, the walk-off. That was an awesome moment.
Played 39 games in 17.
Okay.
15
Did
games.
he play any in 16? 15?
No,
Okay, I
just
must be-
17.
I'm crazy. I'm losing my mind.
Well, you fit right in then. He's only 22. Yeah, I'm high on Clint Frazier.
That's a big-time talent right there at age 22. He would make an awesome... Not that the Braves would want to like trade any young pieces away because they're trying to add, but he would be just a tremendous Brave. He's from the area. Oh, man. If I had made it home with Didi on that inside the Parker, he'd now have a double, triple, and home run. But instead, he's just got the triple and the double. Did he have a single earlier? I can't recall. There's been so many hits. Who can keep up? Anyway, we're tacking on some insurance here in the 7th. Luke Voit, wasting no time. Unfortunately, he'll get thrown out at first. Luke Voit, another player. Very intriguing. We'll see what he can do. Obviously, he and Greg Bird will be battling for that first base position, role, starting job, whatever you want to say. Voit was as valuable to the Yankees in the final month and a half of the season as pretty much anyone. He had a staggering number of home runs, and all of which seemed to either give the Yankees the lead or tie the game. I think it's been said nobody had more fun playing baseball than Luke Voit and maybe the entire planet last year. He's just a really enthusiastic guy, so I'm definitely interested to see what he's got.
Another one I'm rooting for.
Absolutely. All right, Betances. Yeah, let's go Betances.
So did we make the plea? No, we didn't. My
The bullpen?
point was no.
Oh.
Maybe some of these viewers can send out a tweet, let everyone know we're on the air.
Yes. Yeah, I get all sorts of tweets from Twitter about people asking when we're streaming, what our schedule is, plans for the future, and we obviously are happy to do it. I love doing it, but we need you guys to watch. We need your friends to watch. We're trying to grow this thing, so give us some love. We will return the favor.
So Luke Voit and Clint Frazier for Kluber, says Anthony Matzel on YouTube.
I don't think that'd be enough. I think Kluber is going to cost a king's ransom, as they say. I mean, there's pretty much nobody else at the top of his craft more so than Kluber in terms of just pitching in the AL.
You almost have to throw Andujar in there.
And maybe like another guy too. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a ridiculous overpay. I think, oh goodness gracious, not a well pitched at bat by myself there. Yeah, Kluber, I think if the Yankees get Kluber, you can just pencil them in for the ALCS. Like I don't understand. I don't see how anyone's beating that team in any playoff series, and maybe even the Yanks win the East. It's going to be tough battling Boston, and then for the foreseeable future with the youth and talent they have, and ownership and the GM, they don't care. They'll spend any amount of money.
They really are the evil empire.
They truly have become the evil empire. It's crazy. They had the highest payroll in baseball last year, and that's obviously what the Yankees got so much flack for over the years.
It's funny.
But it's a total role reversal.
When the Yankees were winning championships, every Red Sox fan, you're buying championships.
Exactly. Yeah, and then, exactly.
At least we're kind enough not to say that to them.
Absolutely. All right, I got to get a grip here with Dellin. Nice pitch. A sizzling cutter in on the thumbs. One more, down and in. Nope, he laid off. There we go. Let's go with bread and butter. Curveball. Gah! Beautiful. Well executed pitch for Dellin. This is very Dellin-esque. He's got 2 strikeouts and 2 base runners. Oh.
Unrelated, I got nothing I needed to do today done. Just thought I'd throw that out there. As we near pregame.
You need to hear that, you know? I mean, it's okay, though.
Yeah.
Everything is fluid in our digital industry.
It's always tomorrow.
Exactly. The procrastinator's mantra. See, when I was in school and had deadlines and assignments, I always justified my egregious procrastination by saying I was just practicing handling, meeting deadlines in pressure situations, which any journalist will tell you, very crucial element of the job. So if I had something due in 2 weeks and I started it in 13 days and got it done, it's a valuable lesson. Kids,
I like that.
Maybe don't listen to me because you don't want to necessarily follow my footsteps. But it's worked out okay.
Kids are home from school. They're probably watching.
They're probably watching, learning all these bad habits from me. I don't want that to be the case.
I don't like that now. I take that back. I don't like that.
What?
What you just said.
Procrastination tactic?
Hit the books.
Yeah. The thought of, doing a little bit of a whole assignment, once each night until it was due is the most bizarre technique to me. I just need to sit in a room, close all the doors and windows, no distractions, and knock it out. But again, that's just me. It's just an individual's opinion, but you should all be studying, doing your homework diligently every night.
Eat your vegetables.
Exactly. Stretch.
And
hit it into the gaps.
How often do you stretch,
crushing
AJ?
These gaps.
As you round second.
Oh, he's so dead. He is dead at third. No, he's not. Nice. Very aggressive base running tonight.
You have nothing to lose.
I got nothing to lose. Dang. To answer your question, I stretch, I don't know. I get a good stretch in every day.
Is that right?
Sure. Usually to start the day, get up out of bed, get the body moving, do some yoga, or
you do not do yoga.
Or pop and lock, whatever you want to call it, whatever I just did.
Do you do DDP yoga?
I don't know what that is, but I know that
that's my yoga of choice.
Oh, okay.
Diamond Dallas Page.
Can I ask what that means? Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Oh, and another RBI knock. This has been a Yankee fundamental fans just dream game right now. Just getting guys on and getting them in. We only had 1 home run.
All right, let me just throw this at you.
Hard baseball. All right, throw it my way.
I'm almost a little apprehensive to bring up Michael Caputo.
Oh.
But he says, just because you win the most championships doesn't mean you're the best. I can't do that.
Why do teams play at all? They exist.
It clearly means you're the best.
Championships. You've won more championships than other teams. It's not like certain years teams don't try to win the championship.
Wow.
I would have to argue against that logic. Oh,
wholeheartedly.
I can understand getting maybe a little tired of always hearing 27 rings if you're trying to have a debate, a nuanced debate with a Red Sox fan, say, but any discussion can just be framed in any way, but you really can't can't compare. 27 rings.
What makes you the best? The nicest uniform?
I mean, yeah. I don't
think
know.
you play to win the game.
Exactly. Herm Edwards said it the best, yes.
Herm. Where's he coaching now?
Arizona State.
Love it. How's he doing?
I don't think he did that well this year. I'm not positive. I definitely saw a lot of funny clips of like interviews and just programming whatever that he did for Arizona State on Twitter over the months. So, but I don't know. I have a good friend that went there, so I apologize if I brought any unfactual information.
7-5.
Okay, that's not that great.
5-4 in the conference. They're in the Las Vegas Bowl.
Okay.
So there's that.
All right. That's of all the bowl games, that is one of them.
I can't deny that.
You really can't. That exact line was what Matt Stucco said to Aroldis Chapman when we did our Rolls Royce video. He goes, "Of all the amazing cars you got, this is definitely one of them." I was like, that's all you can say about it? You can't say this might be the nicest one. This is one of those cars.
Of all the cars you have,
I really laughed.
this is one of them. But he didn't know he said that.
No, he thought he was giving him a tremendous compliment.
Man, he's the best.
I was chuckling behind the camera lens there. Yeah. Video turned out amazing. One of our best spring 60 productions. But yeah, I really thought that was good. All right. Am I going to close this out with Dellin? I'm going to try. Oh, Jay Bruce, take a seat. You take that run you scored. You enjoy it. Hang it up on your refrigerator at home.
The 2018 Sun Devils, getting back to Herm.
Okay, yes.
This is their best record since 2014.
Okay, well, so then he did something.
Right?
So good for Herm.
Yeah.
Former New York Jets coach, of course. I actually had a chance to meet him a couple times back when he was an ESPN analyst. Pretty nice guy. He would answer your questions, have a conversation with you. I got to give him that.
Back when you were at ESPN.
Back, yes. I didn't just sneak around the ESPN grounds. But.
Saw a lot of ESPN people last night at the
the
Broadcast Hall of Fame. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
A lot of fun. SVG, Sports Video Group, holds it.
Nice.
Among the honorees, Bob Costas, Jim Nance, hello friends.
Were they all there? Like Costas and Nance? Wow.
Oh, that was a big time thing.
Big? High rollers.
Yeah.
Or big shots.
Let me see.
High rollers are in the winter meetings right now, but yeah. That's very cool. Hello, friends.
His speech was amazing.
Jim Nance's?
Yeah.
I'm a big Nance guy. I love golf and football and stuff like that too. That's
something comforting about his voice.
Absolutely. Oh, nice.
Gary Bettman.
Oh, wow. Commissioner of the NHL.
Yeah. Dick Vitale.
Oh, Dickie V.
Yeah, his speech was amazing. In fact, I cried during Dick Vitale's.
Wow. That's very emotional that you revealed that.
And all these people, one of the greatest speeches
Ring him up, and that's your ball game.
came from the chief technical officer at NBC.
Okay.
You know, all this talent is up there, and then he comes, and David Mazza.
Okay.
His was great.
Tip of the cap to you, Mr. Mazza.
So while I'm yapping, you win the game?
I did win the game. I didn't want to cut short your lovely shout-out segment there, but a very convincing win over a very tough pitcher, I would say. Masahiro Tanaka, 13 punch-outs in 7 innings. I'll take that all
Straight
day long.
fire.
Victory! 8 runs, 14 hits, no errors. Look at that. We scored in almost every inning. Just a fun ball game to watch, at least from my end. Syndergaard, pretty disappointing. 5 Ks, 5 runs, 5 innings. Good stuff. Let's take a quick look at the box score. Glaber getting it done at the top of the order there. Judge, bunch of RBIs, had that dinger.
Hicks had a great game.
Extra base hits all over the yard.
Double, triple. Wow.
It's tremendous. Sack fly, even.
Hicks.
No. Is that what
Yeah,
it is?
sack fly.
I was going to say. Why isn't he 3 for...
3 for 3. 3 runs scored.
Here it is. Tanaka making Cy Young waves here in the second half. Man, well, that was quite a battle, quite a game, quite a stream, quite an afternoon.
Who's around tomorrow? Maybe we do it again.
I would love to do it again. I don't know. Who's around? Stucco's around.
You might need another base coach, though.
Oh, yeah?
I gotta get some of the stuff that I was supposed to get done today done.
Tomorrow. That's fair. I'll find somebody. I'm here. We're around.
Yeah.
We do have Hot Stove at 12 noon, though, tomorrow. Tonight, as Kevin, my bench coach, mentioned, we got Nets. What's that? Starts at 7, I believe. Or 6:30 pregame.
6:30 pregame.
6:30 Nets pregame tonight. 7 o'clock tip-off. Following that is the new episode of Yankees Hot Stove tonight, which is going to be around 10 o'clock. And then tomorrow, 12 noon, that's when our new premiere episode will air for Hot Stove. And you definitely want to check that out. Make sure you check out Chris Sheeran's fantastic And We're Off podcasts. We thank you, of course, as always, for your comments. Always a good time chatting up with you guys. Follow me on Twitter, AJ Herman, yes, with 2 R's and 2 N's. And I'll see you tomorrow. I'm going to find somebody. We'll find some bench coach to man Coach Sullivan's posts. Any final parting thoughts?
Until next time.
Until next time. See you, folks.